Hey guys, so today's video is about two cones. No, I'm sorry. It's about an 8. Yes, making an 8 on car or bikes. That's what this video is going to be about. Now, speaking of 8, yes, everybody knows that when you learn to ride a bike or drive a car, you learn in two phases. Your first phase is when you learn how to move the vehicle. Okay, it's just about taking the car from one point A to point B. Now, that is something that you can say that you've totally learned when you can start making these 8s, right? That's when you learn how to move the car. The second part is, of course, how to ride on the road, which is a totally different ball game, which has a lot more complications than this, right? So when you can make an 8, whether you're on a car or on your bike, that's when you can say that you know how to move the vehicle. It is not about learning how to drive, because that includes driving on the road and there are many other things that come with that. Okay, so coming to the basics, making an 8. Okay, now let's just say, how would you normally make an 8 around two cones? It would probably be something like this. You go here, you come back here, and you come back here, right? I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos where you've seen this people making 8 around cones, right? Now, when you are able to do this, that is when you can say that you have learned how to ride your bike or your car. Okay, in fact, where the car is concerned, just think of this. I've taught a few people how to ride and drive. Now, one friend that I had taught how to drive, he was there with me till the end. His final test was take the car and go in reverse with this 8 and take a reverse around the other cone and come back in reverse to this point. That is when I told him that he has learned how to drive a car. Do let me know what you think of it, but that's what I feel that can give you a good idea about how to drive a car, right? Next thing, coming to bikes. Now, different bikes have different ways of making this 8. A normal person would just make it the way it is shown. However, if you are a sports bike rider, you would probably be concentrating more about going out to the edge, coming in close to the corner, and then taking this so that you can optimize that turn. Similarly here, going out to the edge, coming as close to the corner as possible, and then coming in to complete the edge. That's how a racer would probably think of this, how to do these 8s where these cones are concerned. Now, if this is a dirt bike rider, right, his turn would probably be a bit different. To begin with, let's say if he starts from the center, he would come down till here, and then he would try to skid his bike around the cone so that from here, when he reaches this point, he can shoot across straight to the other side. And when he reaches here, he would probably try to skid around this corner and reach this point, and then shoot across to this point. That's how I would say that an off-road rider would probably ride and make these 8s, right? I've made a lot of 8s like this to practice. In fact, I have someone very special that you've seen in the last 2 videos, Mr. Rustam, sir, and he also talks about making 8s. You will see that in the videos ahead. So do let me know what you think about these making 8s, and have you made these 8s with your bike and cars while you were learning to ride or drive a car. So do let me know. I'll be waiting, and just watch what Rustam sir has to say.
Make you the best rider on corners. This is what the Patel family has always done. Zubin, me, Kaizad, we used to do figure of 8 600 times a day, because a figure of 8 make you the best rider on corners. This is what the Patel family has always done. Zubin, me, Kaizad, we used to do figure of 8 600 times a day, because a figure of 8